welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for stopping by. I am Lebone and this is my channel where we speak about college now and travel. And thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you being here. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. You are a real one. Hi guys, I look like a complete hot mess, but I wanted to just come up here and say thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh, like that's so crazy. I'm so excited, and thank you to everybody that subscribed to my channel, and I'm just so excited. Like, you guys have no idea how happy I am, and I've got so much great content coming, but I really don't have time. Like, it's so hectic, guys. I'm trying my absolute best to try and balance everything, but other than that, I just wanted to say thank you and thank you and thank you. Yeah, and if you want to drop a positive comment, you're more than welcome to drop a positive comment down below. I've been meaning to do this video literally since I got my visa, but I did not really have the opportunity to do so because after me getting the visa, I had to, you know, prepare for my departure. But now that I'm settled. Okay, so the story of me getting my visa is actually really it was a miracle, if I can say that, or like, I don't know, but I was very lucky and blessed to be able to receive that visa. So most of you guys know that I'm from South Africa, so I live in South Africa, and that's where I was planning on getting my visa appointment. And there's only 3 consulates where you can get your visa. So it's Durban, Cape Town, and Johannesburg, and I live in Joburg, so I was planning on getting mine in Johannesburg. But as soon as I came back from Spain, I emailed the consulate in Joburg. South Africa was slowly getting back into normality, or the new normal, so I didn't know exactly where they're gonna open because they were closed from March till the current time at that time. So okay, I sent the email and they basically sent an automatic email saying that Johannesburg is closed, we're not going to resume any routine visas right now, we'll let you know when we're gonna like open and start all of that, but for now we are closed. And I was like, okay, like, should I wait? What should I do? So I waited about a month and I started working on my application just in case. So I waited about a month, and this is like around October, and October is where I kind of started panicking because I'm not hearing anything from Johannesburg consulate, and me really going to Durban or Cape Town to get my visa wasn't really part of the plan because that's an extra cost that I had to, you know, pay, and I wasn't looking forward to doing that. So I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna wait. I followed basically all of their social media accounts. I was like, I'm gonna follow their Twitter, their Facebook, just in case they post any updates so that I'm aware in time, you know what I mean? Because I start school in January and I didn't want to be like delayed or anything, you know, interfering with that. So, and then it's like October, November passes, November passes, and I'm like, okay, at this point I've got to do something. You know, I'm in a lot of South African groups and I figured that most people were actually getting their visas. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just email them and we'll see where it takes me. So I emailed them and they took about, like, I would say 4 to 6 hours to reply back to my email saying that they'll see what they can do, because I already knew that they were doing student visas, you know. I knew that some other visas were suspended from being made, but student visas were definitely being, you know, the services were resumed. So I included that into my email in case they're like, no, we're not doing that. So I was like, okay, I got my receipts. If you gotta say something, is right here, okay? So cool. I emailed them, they answered me back, and they were like, okay, send us your details, like your passport number and whatever, and I did. And about like a few, let's say, like within 3 business days or 2 business days, they let me know and they're like, okay, we found an appointment for you. And I was really excited because I was actually doubting the whole thing of me emailing them, and I was doubting that I would be able to get an appointment, but it happened, and I'm glad that happened, because if I did not email them, then, you know, hello, I wouldn't be sitting right here right now. So yeah, I emailed them and I got my appointment. Oh, by the way, this is in Durban. So Joburg, even if I emailed them urgent case, whatever, they did not reply. So I emailed basically all three consulates, and Durban replied to me. So I had to fly to Durban, and that was pretty stressful for me, because I was thinking all the time that if I don't get this visa, I would have wasted all this money, like the extra money of buying tickets and, paying for the actual visa. So a lot was going through my mind, and I was pretty stressed that day. And I was also thinking, okay, it's kind of also during lockdown. So if the flight gets cancelled, then I cannot make my appointment. So at this point, a lot was going through my mind, but, I tried to keep the faith and to be, positive and believe that everything is just going to work out. And I got to my appointment pretty early, actually. Yeah, I got to my appointment. I got there early and I was told I should come back around 30 minutes later, and I did. I was sent upstairs. I was very nervous, very, very nervous, you guys. I've never been that nervous before, and I think it's because I wanted this so bad. Like, I wanted to get this visa so bad, and the thought of me not getting it was just like, I could not imagine that. That was just something that I could not imagine. So I was putting so much pressure on myself to, just do well in the interview and to answer the questions accurately and to express myself well. And anyways, I got there. I actually like the Durban offices. They're very nice, and you have a separate interview room. So it's not like Johannesburg consulate where you basically like at the tellers without, any door or anything, so people could hear your interview. Yeah, I was basically called, you do the fingerprints and whatever, picture. Okay, cool. You sit down, you wait to be called. And I was the third person. So it was early in the morning and I was the third person to go in. I saw these two guys go in before me and I'm like, okay, they're coming out without their passports. So I'm like, okay, they got their visas. This is very nerve-wracking. I'm very nervous. My legs are shaking. I'm sweating. When I'm nervous, my palms sweat. So I was just like, I need to get this, okay? The guy calls me. He's like, okay, you're up next. At this point, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just need this to go well. I go in. It's a lady, I would say around late 30s, maybe early 40s, American, of course. And yeah, I go in and she's like, okay, just give me a second. I want to read your application. So she does that. Around like a minute goes by with complete silence, and I'm just standing there and she's just reading, and I'm just like, oh, okay, let me look outside or something because I'm just stressing. So then she begins to ask me questions. She asked me about my au pair year, which is my J1 visa. She asked me, where did I au pair and for how many families, because I mentioned the fact that I moved from Hawaii to Virginia. So she thought that it didn't work out, but I was like, no, I just moved with the family. And she was just, I feel, even though she had like a straight face, people are just so disrespectful. Just because you got fireworks and you blowing it up don't mean you gotta interrupt my video. Like, damn. And fireworks are not even good for the planet. Anyways, let me not be a bitter bee, okay? She asked basically things that I expected because I did practice for the interview, and the golden words came out and I was like, oh my gosh. She's like, congratulations, your visa has been approved. I wanted to jump up and down. I wanted to scream and celebrate and just like say a million thank yous to her. But I just said thank you. And she's like, yeah, you'll be in contact with DHL, which is the courier service that will take your passport to your, the location that you want it to be delivered. And I was like, okay, thank you. I took my papers and I left. I didn't even want to like look back. I didn't want to even like ask any more questions. I was like, okay, it's approved. I'm leaving before she changes her mind. So that's how my interview went, and I was in there for like at least 5 minutes or 7 minutes because she did ask a lot of questions. So yeah, I wasn't like my previous visa interviews. My first one was probably like 2 minutes long. My B1, which is my tourist visa, and then my second one, which is my J1 visa, was probably like 3 minutes. Like, I was just asked where I was going, which family, how many kids. and like enjoy your stay. So this one is pretty lengthy of an interview, but I think that she saw in the end that I am a genuine student, and you know, I have no other intentions of, you know, trying to stay in the US or do something illegal, whatever the case might be. So yeah, that's how my interview went, and all I can say really for advice is that be honest, prepare beforehand, be concise, have your right documents, paperwork, whatever you need to prove that you, or prove your case, or prove your application being innocent, or I don't know. And you know, prepare beforehand, book the interview way before, ahead of time. I'll also mention that I had an emergency appointment. It was not a regular appointment because the first available appointment that I had was around March and school starts January. So yeah, so book it ahead of time, and yeah, if you're prepared, got your paperwork, make eye contact, do not lie. That's all really I gotta say. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and you got to, I guess, find out more information or whatever. And if you like the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
1, 2, 3, funky. My darling, I love you.